Hello, Stardusted Souls. I hate this light. I have not set up my lighting in here, so I apologize for this light that is happening. Okay, so today I'm doing something different. I am unboxing the G-Track Pro microphone. It's a USB microphone. The box is pretty nice. It's shiny. It says on it, let's go over the features that it says. It says G-Track Pro Professional USB Studio Microphone and Audio Interface all in one. Professional USB microphone with audio interface and mixer captures vocal and instrument recordings directly to your computer. Simple start, simply connect via USB, no drivers required, and start recording 24-bit 96 kHz high resolution audio. I think kHz is kilohertz. Multi-pattern mic. Dual 1-inch condenser mic. Capsule offers selective, cardioid, unidirectional, bidirectional, and omnidirectional pickup patterns, versatile. With audio interface, Samsung's G-Track Pro is a complete recording solution for capturing vocals and instruments, ideal for musicians, podcasters, gamers, streamers. The G-Pad Pro is a multi-pattern USB condenser microphone, audio interface, and mixer all in one, delivering up to 24-bit studio quality sound with zero latency monitoring. It's all you'll need from start to finish. I like things that are all in one. At the bottom it says microphone studio USB professional G-Pack Pro. It goes into different languages. I could read them for you if you would want to, but I'm not gonna. Alright, so that's the front of the box. You see here, I got this at Sam Ash. It says USB microphone in the front. It's actually really heavy, and I told my boyfriend, would you carry this because it's heavy? And he kind of just laughed at me. And then he said, no, you carry your own microphone. But then he took it anyways, and then when I handed it to him, he said, oh, wow, this is actually heavy. If I had to guess, there's no weight on the box. If I had to guess, this was like 8 pounds to 10 pounds. Like, it's let me see. So I have this little salt lamp here just to give you kind of like, you see the salt lamp? This is twice as heavy as this little salt lamp. Easily. All right. So I got it from Sam Ash, and I paid 104. Well, it was marked at $149.99. Apparently, they just had like a podcast expo where they sold it at the podcast for 120 at the podcast expo for 120, but at the store they did still mark it down for me to $134.99. So I got $10 off of it. I mean, 120 would have been nice, but I got $10 off of it at the store. I winded up actually trading in my meteorite and a violin that I don't play anymore for this microphone. I just got picked up by Inspired News Radio for podcasting, and I will be starting podcasting with them. So this is why I got this microphone. While I was doing a live guided meditation for the people who hear me in the space, that if you people in YouTube world could, you people in YouTube world could hear me much more clearer and in true depth, as opposed to just picking up whatever ambient sound the iPad is, which is what I'm recording on right now, whatever the iPad is picking up. And I still haven't set up this room. This is my meditation room. I still haven't set up the filming lights in this room, so again, apologize for the lighting. All right, so let's open this guy up. Oh my god, there's so many stickers on here. And honestly, guys, I wasn't even going to get this microphone. I was just going to get the Meteor and upgrade from Meteorite to Meteor because I saw a lot of really good reviews on the Meteor and how they compared it to the Blue, and basically like the audio was pretty impeccable, especially compared to a microphone that was twice the cost. And then I saw that this had the stereo, and I really wanted to do ASMR, which the Meteor would not allow me to do because it didn't have the stereo capabilities on it, just a condenser mic. So here we go, my receipts that I'm keeping in this box so I don't lose it. I like to keep my receipts in the boxes that the items come in, and then once I'm done with the item itself, and I mean the box itself, I like to put it somewhere else. Okay, so let's get this. Oh my god, this is heavy. Hopefully nothing falls out and I don't break it. Okay, there's nothing else in the box. I don't know if I can, you know what? I might switch. I'm going to switch my camera real quick, guys, because I'm actually using my antique barrel as a table. So I will put my iPad on the table, and then I will use my elephant as the table for the item that. Okay, my internet is going local. It's very hot in here today in Philadelphia. Today in Philadelphia. Okay, more box. Let's see, nothing else in this box. And finally, woo, things are falling off. This piece can go over here. It looks like everything is you hear that? That's heavy. It looks like everything's together. Whoop, there we go. Looks like it's upside down. So you see it comes with a little baggie. In this little baggie, ta-ta-da, we got the USB cable. I'll just show you what the ends look like in case you're curious. This is the one end. I guess this is the end that goes into the actual microphone, and obviously your standard USB cable for your devices that you plan on plugging this into. It has a little manual, the GPEC Pro Owner's Manual. Oh, there's little cards that are falling out. Oh, and also the gentleman at the Sam Ash microphone area said at Sam Ash every Saturday morning, well, I don't know about your Sam Ash, but my Sam Ash, every Saturday morning they have free recording lessons. So, alright, so it looks like this was like this. So it obviously spins all the way around, well, not all the way around the back way, but all the way around the front way. It does have some tension, quite a bit of tension to it, but I'm sure that will loosen. If it doesn't have a cap, then it will definitely loosen through time. Let's look at this guy. So it's still heavy out of the box. You can hear it has this base, which is like a shock absorbing base. It has on the bottom like a type of foam. I'm guessing this is like a non-stick thing. Let's see how well that non-stick goes. I can push it, but I guess if you like tilt your table, it's not moving, so I guess the foam is good. As we look at the front of the microphone, let's see what we have here. So right here we have two little buttons that kind of stick out. They look like piercings, like when you have snake bites. I used to have snake bites. We have some options. Oh, look at that. And it can move the actual microphone. Okay, hold on, there's things happening here. The actual microphone does move left to right as well. And then it looks like there's a screw underneath to tighten it in its place so it doesn't move. So you can, I guess, adjust it as whatever your needs are. Right here in this little corner it says figure. Actually, let me pull it forward. It says figure 8 right here, and then it has like omnidirectional option. Then on the right side it says mono option, and then 2-track option. And underneath of where it says figure 8 in omni, it says cardioid, and nothing on the other side. There's a mute button on here, which is pretty awesome. It's right there. Like, I'm not sure about anybody else, but I'm a fan of buttons. I like things with buttons. I don't like when you always have to like flip through a screen and find things and open things just to get to a button. I just want a button. It's especially for something as simple as mute. Underneath the mute button, we have a couple setting knobs. So let's see. We have this one says mic. So like mic volume right here. The second button says instrument, and the third button just says volume. So this one says mic, this one says instrument, and this one just says volume. Then we have more things happening in the back of this microphone. We have right here another one of those little knobs or toggles, because it's really more like a toggle. It says monitor, and then it's an on and off switch, and then you have an import into with an standard headphones, and then you have another input in, so you can directly record, as the gentleman told me at the store, to the microphone. All right, so I'm gonna flip this baby on its end so you can see what the bottom looks like. Bottoms up. So we have here the port that this. I do have a little bit of a critique about this cable. The cable itself feels pretty thin compared to the quality of this microphone. I really feel like this could have been a more dense cable. USB cables always concern me just because of over time, just the way they just always wind up coming apart right there in that like little connector area. But I'm guessing because, well, let's see it downward. Yeah, see, even it being downward, this is at a slight angle, and I just really, especially with this little clip or this little plastic piece right here. So it's always going to be at that bend, and I feel like these type of cables just really, they just wear quicker. I know you're like, okay, well, you can tilt it, but if you're like speaking directly into it, you're going to be bending for sure. You're going to be bending that cable, and it's going to be at a bend right there. And honestly, I don't know how long that cable will last. It doesn't feel very dense. It doesn't feel like the cheapest cable in the entire world, but it feels pretty fragile, I'm not going to lie. Alright, let's talk about this base for a second. I really like this base. It's like a metal base, or like aluminum, I guess. Let's see if the instructions say what this stuff is made out of, the directions. Here, if you online product registration, welcome to Audio Desk, your free recording software from Motu. So I guess it comes with free recording software. It gives you the website. Alright, let's see. And also, this is a matte color. I don't know if you can tell it from the video. Again, I'm sorry I didn't put up the right lighting for this. I will get to it, I promise. There will not be a video number 3 with this kind of lighting. It's matte, but it also has like a textured kind of paint to it. So let's see. Okay, so it's definitely metal. It appears that when this is on, there's a light there that would turn on to indicate that it's on. I cannot plug this into my iPad. Although this is a USB mic, you could definitely plug a USB mic into your iPad. I cannot do that at this moment because now I have to buy an additional adapter that plugs the USB to the lightning of the iPad. So I need a camera connector kit for that, which is about $30. And since I went to the store now and it's pretty late, I went to Walmart and Walmart didn't have it. So I have to go to probably an iStore, or I will have to order it online. So let's talk about the specifications of this microphone so you can know a little bit more about it and see if it fits the needs that you have. And tomorrow I hope to make a video using this microphone, and if I don't make a video of it, I would definitely make sound on this microphone tonight, just to have audio on it through my computer. So let's see. So it says element type, dual black electric condenser. Diaphragm width and thickness is 25 millimeters or 3 microns. The polar patterns are cardioid, unidirectional, bidirectional, figure 8, and omnidirectional. And basically those are just fancy words that mean instead of just the sound coming from one direction, you can pretty much pick up from left side of the mic, you can pick up sound from the left side of the mic, you can pick up sound from all the sides of the mic. Frequency response is 50 hertz, 20 kilohertz. And it says max sensitivity is going to be +6 decibels, FS/PA, all polar patterns. Max SPL is 120 decibels, SPL. Bit depth, sample rate 16 or 24 bit. Digital output USB, headphone output impedance 1/8 of an inch. Headphone power output is 85 megawatts at 32 ohms. Instrument input 1/4 inch 1 ohm. Controls: mute, mic, instrument, headphone, volume, monitor, on, off, track recording, modes, LED, 3-color power, clip and mute. clip and mute. I didn't see clip on here. Oh, I will have to find what that is. It's just 3 color power clip mute. So I'm not sure what that means. The clip part. It says die cast. Oh, okay, that's where we're getting to the body and the grill, which is pretty good. Die cast zinc heavy gauge mesh at the top. Integrated desktop base. There was the older model of this one, the one, because this is the newer version of this G. What is this? A G Track Pro. Well, I don't know why I want to call it a G6. There was another one at Sam Ash, and it was 120. It was the last version of this, and it didn't come with, well, the gentleman said it didn't have as much depth. And because when you're doing meditations, you know, it's like you want it really to be like really in your ears and very personal. So I don't really want it to be anything but deep. So I felt like it was worth spending the extra money to get a little bit more depth. Product dimensions. It says it's 4.5 inches tall, or 4.5 inches wide, 10.5 inches tall. So I know those are just numbers, but here's my hand, and here's my wrist, and here's my forearm. So you can kind of see it. This is coming pretty far down. And if I'm just going to put it on the table, let's angle this a little. If I'm going to put it up here, you can see that it's, you know, it's taking up like the size of my upper thymus to almost the top of my face. Let's see what other relevant information is in here. It starts talking about what omnidirectional is, about the polar patterns. Let's go into the polar patterns. Omnidirectional setting reproduces sound from all directions, including off-axis, with an even frequency response, which makes it resistant to the phenomenon known as proximity effect. It captures a greater amount of ambient sound than the other settings, and thus will include more of the room sound than when using a directional setting. The omnidirectional setting is great for recording ensemble performances, including group vocals, brass, woodwind, and other instruments, with the artists facing each other in a circle. Omnidirectional cardioid. The cardioid pickup pattern is most likely widely used for studio and live miking application. It captures the sound in front of the microphone and rejects sound from the sides and the back, which allows for better separation of instruments in the studio and picks up more of the instrument sound in relation to the sound of the room. Bidirectional. This setting captures sound directly in front and back of the microphone while rejecting sound on the left and the right sides, and has minimal off-axis frequency response deterioration. It is very useful in a variety of stereo microphone techniques. The figure eight pattern can be used to simultaneously capture two instruments or vocalists by positioning the microphone directly between them. What's latency and what's zero latency, and why do I need it? Latency is the delay between record and playback that all computer software has when recording and monitoring simultaneously. Simply stated, when recording, the computer software needs to recognize the input signal, then crunch a bunch of numbers, and then send the signal through the output. Depending on several factors like speed to your computer, the amount of tracks you've recorded, and whether or not you're using the effects in the software, this can take several milliseconds. A delay of several milliseconds can sometimes make it hard for a musician to play on time. To solve this problem, the G-Track Pro lets you monitor the internal microphone and line inputs directly on the headphones without making round trip in and out of the computer. So basically that sounds like you plug your headphones in and you're listening to yourself in real time, as opposed to those milliseconds that it takes for the computer to process that you're using it. Monitor on and off switch when listening back to your recording during a mixing session. If you want to only hear the G-Track Pro's inputs after it has gone through the computer software effects, you may want to turn on the direct monitor off. To turn the direct monitor off, move the direct monitor switch to the rear of the G-Track Pro to the off position, and you will hear only the playback from your computer software in stereo with no input signal. To enable the direct monitor, set the direct monitor switch to on position, and if you plan to use the direct monitoring for the G-Track Pro, disable software monitoring for the armed input tracks. That sounds pretty self-explanatory. It has a how to plug into your computer. It explains the setting levels. There's a quick start reference. Let's see. There's a section for call outs. All right. Let's do the call outs and then we'll conclude this. Okay. Number 1 is the capsule. Dual 1-inch, 25mm diaphragm. The pattern switch is number 2. Select from 1 to 3 pickup patterns, omni, cardioid, and figure 8. Recording select switch. Number 3, the slide switch allows you to select the different recording modes. Mono, microphone input, and instrument input are mixed together and sent to the computer as a mono signal. Number 2, 2-track. Microphone input and instrument input are sent to the computer on separate tracks. Then you have the status indicator lights, which is right here. The 3-color power clip mute LED lights green to indicate power, flashes red when the signal input is clipping, and lights amber when the microphone is muted. Okay, now we know what clipping is. Mute button mutes the output of the microphone to the computer and headphones output. The status indicator will illuminate amber when the microphone is muted. Mic control to adjust the sensitivity to the internal microphone. That one. Instrument control to adjust the input level of the instrument. Volume control to adjust the overall volume of the 8th headphone output. B-size USB connector for interacting with your PC, Mac, computer. And finally in the back, it says direct monitor on and off switch. This switch turns the direct monitor on and off. This switch does not affect the audio from the computer. Headphone output. It's a 3.5mm stereo jack for connecting headphones or studio monitors. The headphone output provides a mix of direct signal, if enabled, from the microphone, the audio playback from the computer, and the in-jack, a 4-inch mono instrument input for connecting instruments in like guitar, bass, and electric guitar and bass guitar. I have a ukulele with the same input, so I probably will be putting the ukulele into this. Drum machine and mixers. Alright, I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, I still do need a connector for my iPad. I don't have video on my laptop, believe it or not. My laptop is my laptop that I use for my nonprofit organization. It's built tough. It is like a laptop that could be crushed by a car. It's like, it is just really designed to withstand falls and bumps and things like that, like a contractor's laptop. And it doesn't have a video camera on it. So that's why I've been using this. Although I did find my Zoom recently, so I'm thinking I could probably plug in my Zoom and this to that laptop. So I would try. Alright guys, I hope this, I know you probably want to hear this, so I will make an audio for the next one. But I hope this helps you if you're looking around for a microphone. I'm sure I'm going to be happy with it. I'll use it and then I'll tell you if I'm happy with it. And if I'm not, I can have 45 days to take it back, and I would definitely keep my receipt to take it back. Although Sam Ash looks you up by phone number, which is amazing. And you go in love, light, and wisdom to know thyself, love thyself, and remember, divine always has your back.